I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We are back and stronger than ever.
Ooh, first time in two weeks? 3 weeks?
I forgot
2
we did the
weeks.
podcast.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that we can't do this anymore. We can't be skipping. To be honest, I think we only skipped 1 week, or is this the second week that we skipped?
Nah, I
Nah,
think
it was the
only
first.
one- yeah,
Anyway,
it was
welcome to episode number 9 with your usual hosts. Money, money, problems, no money, whatever you want to call you.
the first. Yeah, Money Biscuit.
Money Biscuit.
It's a nickname.
That's a new shit?
Yeah.
So that's why you want me to call you from now on?
Nah,
Money Biscuit.
I gotta think of a new nickname. I like Money B, but nah, we're gonna keep it Money
You're
B.
stuck with that nickname now.
Yeah,
You can't
it's my
switch.
nickname.
Money B.
You're too deep in
What
it.
do they call you?
Southern Comfort, drinking that, sipping on that owl.
OVO gang.
Yeah. And of course, Hector, OpTic Hex, Rodriguez, Big OpTic Hex. I feel like a new man coming back from Australia. I've seen the future, guys. And it was so good that I came back to the past.
You were living in the future for a week.
I
I thought
was.
you guys were going to record the podcast while you were there. You guys were just slipping on it, or
No.
They could have got a podcast done while they were there.
No.
Yeah.
First of all,
No, for
you
sure.
guys know that I'm not recording any podcast unless 2 of us are in it.
Oh, it's one of those. I
that
know
would
what
be
you
it's-
mean.
a solo podcast would be
Yeah.
kind of
No,
tough.
you can't. It's out of the question. We're not gonna do that.
True.
All right, because I have rules, and once I have my mindset on the way something's supposed to be, that's how it's gonna be. Sorry.
What are the rules for the podcast you're talking about?
2 of us have to always be in the podcast unless there's a dire situation and like both of you die or something.
Let's not go there.
No, I'm just kidding.
Never happens.
I mean, it could happen to me too. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Look, once you've been in the future, you're a new man, and you just know different things. Just know that I know more than you guys because I've been to the future and I'm back.
Is it Wednesday there right now?
What's
Is it Wednesday
today?
here right now?
No, today's Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday here.
Tuesday.
Wednesday
We're
in
recording this
Australia.
Tuesday. This goes up Wednesday. So yes, they're ahead of the game over there.
Wait,
bro.
how was it
So
though?
weird.
Like, how was the flight? That's what I want to know.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. That flight was way easier than the flights from here to London.
Not
don't ask
possible.
me how. Don't ask me how, but it was
17 hours it was?
15 hours. It's 4 hours from here to LA. So that one's traditional, like whatever it is. Like we do that all the time. So it's 4 hours done. Okay, but the 15-hour flight from LAX to Melbourne or Melbourne. All right, Melbourne.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's not Melbourne the way that you properly read it. It's Melbourne. Grab it from the joint and extend it.
Okay, yeah. I
All
guess
right.
I don't have to try to pretend I'm not doing anything. I'm fixing the microphone
There you go.
so I can lean.
And you know what's crazy is that we usually do this setup right before that. Anyway,
Yeah, we do.
So a 15-hour flight to Melbourne is easy. Now I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, one, we kind of splurged a little bit and went business. Oh no! On the way there, we did premium economy.
Even
right.
premium economy on
Premium
a flight
econ-
like
It's
that
kind of
is
snug. Ooh.
No.
No, it's expensive is what I was going to say.
Yeah, yes, it was expensive. Even Hitch flew premium economy. I hooked him up. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna take care of my mans on the way there. On the way back, though,
You gotta sit.
the thing is this, though, right? Like coming up, right? Grinding to get to a certain level, you have to go through those things where like you go past first class and you say to yourself, one day I'm gonna be there. Right now, even though we can just say, all right, Hitch, do that. I think that I'll be doing him a disservice and just putting him in first. Like he needs to know, he needs to have that drive and that want.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's getting too complacent sometimes, I think.
Yep. Agreed.
You got to start at the bottom to appreciate the top. But am I the only person who feels like first class, unless you're on Virgin America, first class is like pretty overrated?
I think I'm done flying first class because I fall asleep the whole flight. There's no. I wake,
Well, that's
what do
the
I wake
point.
up for the peanuts?
You
That's
fall
really
asleep.
it?
If there's no TVs in the economy seats, there's never any TVs in the front. Like
That
you
is
might
true.
have a little more leg room. But if you get an aisle seat, I stick my shit out there. I relax.
Yeah,
on
I
a
put
plane,
mine
bro.
on it.
On somebody's shoulder,
Yeah.
that guy won't even say anything. He'd be like,
I can do
can't
windows.
do it. He's
though.
relaxed.
Well, I like window seats.
Yeah.
and
I'm
normal.
window all day because then
Yeah.
I can lean into the wall and I don't have.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lean into. So I've leaned into because I lean away from people, right?
Smart.
I don't want to lean into somebody, and in the times that I've leaned into the aisle, like I've gotten hit by
Dude, the
by
worst
the
is when
cart.
they bring the cart and it hits your foot and shit, or they wake you up like, "Excuse me, the cart's coming through."
Yeah, no. So premium economy, which was sort of like first class, let's say United from here to LA.
So how was the seat lineup? Was it 2? Or?
It was 2-3-2,
Oh, that's not that bad.
but in the back it's like 3-4-3
Jesus Christ.
in the back. All right. Now, premium economy on the way there. Listen, the point of the comfort though, Bose, is so you can fall asleep comfortably and not wake up with like, I need to go to the chiropractor.
Shit,
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of why you buy first class, right? Now, on the way back, we flew business class, which was boy.
That's the one where you got your own pods there.
We got our own pods.
You serious? Like
Yeah.
one little station with just you?
You can lay all the way down.
Jesus Christ.
Right?
What?
Yeah, bro. And still, I'm sitting next to Seth, right? And the homie like hasn't slept all night. He sits down and
Oh, hit you with the pterodactyl.
yeah.
His
Have you ever seen
head-
him?
He doesn't sleep like this. Well, you know how you normally fall asleep like on the couch and your head's just resting. He doesn't do that. He goes like this.
Yeah. I don't know
his
how he
head's
does that,
almost,
but
like,
like
going behind his head.
he makes an S.
Yeah,
Like he's looking at the ceiling
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
he's asleep.
Yeah, like but more back.
How is
It's
that
crazy.
even possible?
It's
I don't know.
crazy. I
Like
swear to
like
God.
he like look, he rests
on
the
the
top
top of
yeah,
his head,
he
yeah.
rests the top of his head on the
Yup.
pillow
I
instead of
swear
the
to
back
God.
of his head.
Really?
He's like this.
It's crazy as fuck. I
Yeah.
swear.
See that.
So the lady like walks by, the stewardess, and she's like, "Is he okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's gonna be fine, right?" And I click the lay down, and it starts like, bzzz, and you see him like. He wakes up and he's like, "Don't do that." And I was like, "All right, bro, you can lay all the way down."
Yeah.
He's like, "No, I'm good." I'm like, "You look kind of uncomfortable. Let me do this for you." And he's like, "No," and I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna tell him that I'm gonna do it for the video. He'll do it." I'm like, "All right, do it for the video." And then I did it, and then bam, after we were done, he put it back up, and then he fell asleep the same way. It wasn't until like mid-flight where he like woke up and then laid it all the way down. Me, smart.
You had it all the way down?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you my story though. I when I travel, I make sure that I don't disrupt my sleeping schedule. Okay, so yes, I was experiencing jet lag in the form of I'm waking up at 2:30 in the morning and going to bed at 6 p.m. in the afternoon. But once I got back, my schedule wasn't bad. Like I'm good. I was good then, and I was good there. I do the same thing in London, in France. I wake up at 2 p.m. and I don't go to sleep until like 4 a.m. in the morning. I
Are
sleep.
you talking about 2 p.m. like their
time, yeah,
local
yeah.
time? Oh,
That's
okay.
It's still hard though because when you get there and there's just that period like an hour to an hour or two, whatever the case may be, where everyone's just settling in. So you're just laying in your hotel room, but it's hard not to fall asleep.
Yeah.
You can't
bro.
you gotta fight it.
So
It's
you
hard
just stay
though.
on American time all the time.
Yeah.
You don't care. Oh,
I don't
okay.
care. You know, I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. No, I'm not a player. I let they're the ones that have to fix their schedule because they have to be. Me, no, I can wake up whenever I want.
I appreciate it. Wait,
Yeah.
so you didn't fall asleep on the plane back then?
On the plane back, yes,
You do fall asleep.
yes, and there because I calculate everything. I didn't sleep at all on the way. Oh, actually, I was sitting next to Hitch on the way to LA, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fall asleep. In the last hour, I'm like falling asleep, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fall asleep. And he just starts laughing because I kept saying I'm not gonna. Anyway, so on the way there, I was mad tired. I stayed up. Whatever, and I stayed up as long as I possibly could watching the last season, the second part of Suits. Amazing, by the way.
I'm caught up. Great show.
Amazing, right? I watched 7 hours of that, and the remaining like 9 hours. What's the math on that? The remaining 6 hours, I fell asleep, and I woke up at 7 a.m. Australian time, and then went to bed around like 9 or 6 p.m.
It's impressive.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, man, I've been to a lot of places in this world. Melbourne, fire. You guys have to go.
Was it not in Sydney? Is
No.
that even close to Melbourne?
No,
or
I
not?
think it's like on the other side.
Oh shit.
We're like in the bottom. I mean,
When I
it's
think
cool.
of Australia, I only think of that one picture. There's some like weirdly shaped building. It's like white. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
with a curvature.
Yeah, it's like a canopy or something.
No, we didn't go there.
Damn.
But Melbourne had a really nice skyline, and I know good skylines. I live in Chicago, goddammit. Right outside of it. All right, so it's beautiful.
Right.
But it was one of the best places. I mean, the place happened to be the Crown Resorts. You know, shout out to them for being so hospitable. It was.
Is that like the Crown?
It's
Crown
like
Royal
a casino.
Or? Oh, damn! Wow.
So your boy was out there
breaking bread.
making attempts at making bread. We got took.
You were on what, the roulette?
Roulette. Well, we murdered it on. We did. Okay, so how do I explain this? We do what stupid gamblers do. Okay, people that don't know. Well,
all
what we did.
gamblers are pretty stupid, I think.
Yeah. So that's what we did.
Right.
We went up and we kept on pushing our luck. Got taken away. On the last day, and one of the last night, Formal and I went to the roulette, and we killed it, bro. We killed it.
You still playing the same
numbers as
all the
always.
time?
Yeah. Well, no, not this time though. This time I only played reds,
Right.
and betted on red. So I put 200 on red, and then I put like I think $25 like on separate numbers. And I'm like, all right, first number I see on the roulette is what I'm gonna do. I look and it's 23. I'm like, Michael Jordan. Put 20 on Michael Jordan. It hit. It not only did it pay me on 35 to 1 on those $25,
Right.
but it also paid me on the double.
The 200, yeah.
Bro, I was like, woo! Bro, I hit numbers twice. Turned 200 into like 2,200.
You turned 200 into 2,200?
Yeah, and then I was feeling myself. You know what I'm saying? I got real confident.
As soon as you're feeling yourself, that's when you walk out.
And,
That's
well, no,
'cause that's as good as it gets.
No, well, it got me. They took it back as they usually do. What
did you take it to the blackjack table or something?
What?
Did you take it to
I'm
the
looking at
blackjack
this guy
table?
like
Dude,
yawning.
I keep yawning. I don't know why. I'm getting tired just sitting
Want
here.
some coffee or something?
You want some of this
Something, man.
mate, kid? Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I'm Team Cherry now. Let's not talk about it anymore. I don't want to go into this pluggy, right? Like, but yeah. So the boys did good. They ended up winning, obviously. If I was a betting man, and I said this in my vlog, as Seth is dabbing as he walks by us, as I said in my vlog, like it would have been cool to see a Mind Freak OpTic like final, but we knew Millennium was gonna walk away from it. There, Swan mate. He's just too good, mate.
Is Swanee on Mind Freak? What is
My AR's unstoppable, mate.
Wait, is he on? What team is he on? Millennium?
Millennium, yeah.
Yeah, he is, right?
It's bro. They got a solid squad. It's Tommy, Jerd, who wow.
Yeah.
Right, Jerd's like whoa.
Yeah.
And then you have Matt Cat. That's my
plays,
dude. Yeah. No, not only does he play, he's still killing the game.
Really?
And obviously Swan Mate, who just applied for the Chicago Marathon in August.
I saw him tweet that.
Yeah, so he's gonna come and stay here for that.
Did a mean jog.
Love the Swan. dude.
He'll just come in with no shirt and a short shirt.
Asking for Chipotle every day and shit.
Before a run.
Mate,
We're gonna get food, mate.
it's like, mate, let's go get some Chipotle. It's so good to me. So yeah, so they ended up going to the finals against us, and overall it was a really good
Was there
experience.
a lot of people at the event?
Huh?
Was there a lot of people at the event?
Yeah. It was the venue itself was like an opera house. I don't know if it was an opera house. It was like a very posh like nightclub where they have like levels of chairs. You know what I'm saying? Like chairs and tables where people sit down, and it was pretty cool.
Okay.
They had like the dance floor area was pretty much where they put all the chairs, and then obviously you have the stage. It was good.
Was it open to the public or it was just the teams?
You know what? This is something that we discussed with the people at Crown, right? It was unfortunate because since Call of Duty is an 18+ game, that limits the amount of people that want to go, right? They deters a lot of the fans. And it's kind of annoying because if you're thinking it from a business standpoint, having young fans is like the way to go, because traditionally, and studies have shown that as a young kid you develop this affinity for a specific brand, and this is a brand that you'll drink or eat for the rest of your life. So if you like Fruity Pebbles from a young age, that's always going to be your cereal until you die, right? So you're creating a lifelong customer by doing that. But not only that, but if you think about the future of Call of Duty and esports, you want these kids to go there and watch. I mean, yeah, they can watch from home, but to be there and be inspired by the people that are playing and they want to do. Yawn again, and you're gonna owe me like $50. Wow. But yeah, so yeah, there would have been a lot more. They said that there was like a ton of parents calling and asking why their kids couldn't come or why they couldn't chaperone to be there.
Oh, you're saying they literally couldn't get into the venue
No.
if they were. Oh, I thought you were talking about because the game is rated M for mature.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
why. That's why you can't.
But they would literally turn away kids. What about the old like MLG events? They never did anything like that.
Let's not bring it up, because why bother? Like, let's not
true.
deter that, right? I think that what happened with the MLG events is that at times they had like Smash Brothers and they had other things going on. It wasn't just a specific Call of Duty event titled Call of Duty event like this one was. But yeah, no, I think Activision has a lot of work to do in that regard. Like, it's 2016. Is it a violent game? yes, but at the end of the game, I mean, is it violent really?
I think it used to be more violent than it is now. It's like characters
Black Ops
dabbing
1?
and fucking like dancing.
Yeah,
in that
it
first
ain't
game.
violent, man.
Bro,
Like,
think about Black Ops 1. When you shot somebody with the sniper rifle, a whole limb came off.
Yeah, now
Right?
that was different.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was bad, right?
There's
So-
actually been Call of Duties where there's like blood and gore too. Whenever you do like make contact.
yeah,
with
and missions
somebody.
and stuff. I say it was
Well, yeah.
the missions are worse than the actual online.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
You remember that COD 4 mission, the where you were like the sniper and you had to sneak through and you blow the guy's head off with the 50 cal?
yeah.
It's like the most epic Call of Duty mission of all
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's something that they need to work on it when it comes to that, because everybody that does the ratings is like old people, and I'm not offending my own kind because I'm a little bit old, but these guys I'm talking about real old,
Right.
like 50s, 60s, like people that are protecting the Call of Duty brand and or not the brand, but the ones that are doing the ratings, right? Like they have to evolve with the times. The times are evolving,
Agreed.
right? There's a lot more. Kids nowadays are seeing more than what we saw. You know what I'm saying? As growing up, so they have to adjust to that. And what was once violent is not violent anymore, right? Like PG-13 movies that should have been rated R in the olden days, or you know what I'm saying? Like everything's evolving. They should realize and knock it down to a 15-year-old is like old enough.
Honestly, you don't even think of it as like, or I don't at least. I don't even think about the game as killing somebody
Humans.
else. That's what you're actually doing, but it's just like whenever
Yeah.
you take it to like an esports competitive level, it's just like you're just trying to figure out the game and you're just like tagging people. You don't even think that you're shooting and killing
is
someone.
true.
It has nothing to do with that. It's like playing high-speed checkers or chess or something.
Yeah, and like even in meetings nowadays, when I'm like out there pitching OpTic or like trying to work a partnership out, there's always this question like, well, video game violence. I'm like, what are you talking? Like, why are you even bringing that up?
We don't even think about that stuff.
Like, no one thinks about it. It's a video game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like. Racing, like why don't I go and race like a maniac after playing Forza? Like, because we understand it's a video game. Just because you don't get it, you old fuck, doesn't mean that we don't get it.
Old fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's what it is, and again, I think it's time for it to like evolve. Like to when media said it's like, oh, this guy was out in X highway shooting the highway sniper. We found the game Call of Duty there. I'm like, yeah, fighting the game Call of Duty there is gonna be as
I hate when I read shit like that.
yeah, but it's not though, because like if you think about it, it's sold more copies than anything else in the world every year, more than any other song, more than any other movie.
Yeah.
So you're bound to find something because the amount of people that buy it, there's gonna be a couple bad apples in there, right? Like, but that doesn't mean that he did it because of that game. If anything, maybe he did it because he was drinking a Starbucks coffee that morning.
Caffeine had him wired up, ready to
Yeah,
go.
I mean, why don't we put Starbucks on the thing? Anyway, let's not get into that. So yeah, Melbourne. If you guys ever get a chance, do it. You would have gone, right? If they would have flown you out there, like first
Well, I mean,
class.
business class is not the same as first class. Is that?
Business class. Yeah, you know what? On the way back, it was the exact same thing, but I don't know. I don't know the difference. I don't know the difference between first and
Was
business.
it a double decker plane or no?
Yeah,
It was a double
Ooh.
decker.
it was a double decker.
I never
Holy
been on
You
one of
felt no bumps.
Really? Well, yeah. Think about how much wind it would take to shake.
Yeah,
that
I was about
fucking
to
thing.
say. I was about
Probably
to
weighs
make a comment.
50,000 pounds.
Yeah, I was about to
Probably
make
more
a
than that.
comment.
How much
Oh,
does
yeah.
that plane weigh?
I don't know. Like I'm sure if Crim Six was here, he would tell you because he
Yeah, I know,
knows
right?
absolutely. Like it's like eight. It's a 877 or whatever.
Look
Like
at
I
the
don't
wings.
know.
Look at the wings, bro.
Yeah, look at the wings. Oh my God! Look the
Each of
windows.
those wings are 25,000 pounds.
Was one of the? It was one of those. It was on the new plane. So I'm like, oh yeah, how do you know? He's like, oh, because you can like dim the windows by pushing a button instead of like
Oh,
lowering
yeah.
the little curtain thing.
that was in the plane
Yeah.
you were
Yeah.
in?
Oh,
Yeah.
we weren't on the London planes. They had that. It was like 3 levels to the window, like open, dim, and then like super dark, right?
Super dark, yeah. It was crazy, yeah. So technology is like evolving, and it was good. So yeah, if you guys have a chance, next time we go, we're all going. No bullshit. Like
dude, that flight is.
it's not
long.
though. It's not. If you follow my rules, you'll
No,
be fine.
I will, man. But trust me, bro. I can do London. I could sleep for like at least 6 hours.
On the way back, this is what happened on the way back. Okay, I went to bed at around 5 p.m. that day. Woke up at 1 a.m. and stayed up all the way to 9:20, and from 9:20 to maybe like 1 p.m. or in Australia time, I watched shows, and then after that, I slept the entire flight all the way back. Woke up. They didn't even make me put my seat up. That's how big those planes are. They didn't make me put my seat up. I was laying down, and boom, I was good.
Huh.
I just landed.
Those planes.
How much does it weigh? Did you look up how much it weighed?
I couldn't figure it out. I saw something about like 850,000 pounds, and that was ridiculous. So it's got to be really heavy. But anyway, yeah, I mean the London thing is bad enough, and that's only 6 or 7.
7 there. 7 there, 8 back.
Right, because of the tailwinds or whatever.
So it was 15 there and 13 back.
I cannot imagine double a flight to London.
Dude.
Thinking about it just makes me say no.
I would need to do if we plan like a 2-week trip or something, so we don't have to just do it back to back. Because by the time you got there, you were there for how long? 3 days? 4 days?
4 days.
And you're back on it again?
Yeah. It just seems
if we
too
get like
long
an
for me.
extended, OpTic vacation at the Crown Royale or something, then
I'd be down.
yeah, I would do something like that.
Paris is coming up.
It was good, man. It was good. Worth it. Next time we do have to extend the stay though. We can't just go for the event. We like Karma and Crimsix did the right thing.
Aren't they like swimming with sharks or something right now?
Yeah.
Really?
And look, having fought a shark almost to death, my death, I would go swimming with them.
Yeah, you gotta show. Well, you gotta see the video of Hex almost throwing up. This shit's funny as
You
hell.
almost threw up because of
He was like, "I need to sit down, bro. I'm gonna throw up."
Yeah. So you know how I went fishing with that YouTuber?
Yeah.
He released a video finally of the dude's name is Black Tip H.
right.
Black
That's the
tip
one
sharks.
you showed me where he was fighting the
Yeah.
shark, right?
So the name is like Black Tip H for Black Tip Hunter. So it's like sharks, black tips. Anyway, I went down there and I've never ever been this exhausted fighting something. I think that I already talked about it in the previous podcast, but I'll reiterate. Yeah. I fought that thing. I mean, the video doesn't show it. It just shows like it was a quick 5-minute fight. It wasn't. It was like 25 to half an hour. Me, like straight up playing tug of war with this 400-pound beast that lives in the water.
It was a shark like that.
It was big. It was big.
You could see the shark
Yeah.
come out of the water?
It was
or-
like as big as this table.
No, bigger, bro. No. You can see Rob's. You couldn't see me because I couldn't pull him in. It was that heavy.
Yeah.
Bro, my back was hurting. The thing is that like if I'm pulling,
Right.
and he's pulling, but when he's pulling, the waves are levitating me in the air. He's gonna have some go, right? So like I have Rob from UMG holding me back, right, holding my harness,
Right.
Bro, dude, I'm thinking that in my head, like adrenaline is like pumping at all time high.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I'm pulling, and I know that if I give just a tiny bit, or if I slip, you know how big the ocean is? You would have never seen me again, bro. Unless I figured out a way to get out of that harness.
I would have just dropped.
No, you
everything.
can't. You're tied in.
Wait, what are you
Oh,
You are
shit.
hooked.
hooked to what?
Oh my god! So if you fall in it,
So so let's say this. Let's say I hooked
Wait,
up
you're
to
hooked to the line?
to the
pole's,
pole.
Like, hooked to you, right?
Oh no.
I put on a belt, and the belt ties on to the pole. The whole pole, reel, and all that is like a $3,000 getup, $3,000 gear, right? So that's why you protect it.
Right.
So you do that, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, bro, fuck that gear, I got it. You know,
Like this shit ain't taking me in the water.
and at the same time, you have to be mindful that it's a sport, and you have to respect the fish. The fish has to live, right? So man, it was. Anyway, watch it.
Were
You'll
you
see.
actually going full like all your
Bro.
strength, like
For like 30 minutes. I've never done anything that hard in my life. Like afterwards, I threw up because I was exhausted, not because of seasickness. I threw up because I was exhausted.
You actually threw up.
Yeah, well, no, I dry heaved, but I wanted to throw up.
Yeah.
I wanted to, and I couldn't.
Jeez.
And then, like 10 minutes into that, 10 minutes after that, I swear to God, I took a nap, like at least for an hour. I was that tired, bro. I was that tired.
Do you keep like a pocket knife or something for that situation? Like if you were to fall in the water, you just cut the line real quick and you're good.
I would, bro. That wide, you need like cable cutters.
Is it really like thick wire?
Yeah, it's as thick as the microphone cord.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The fishing line is.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Oh,
It's yeah,
I mean, I guess it has to be for.
bro. And the hook is the size of my hand.
Jeez.
Yo, the shark will pull you if the wire's that thick. That would suck, man. I don't even want to think about sometimes.
Yeah. So like when the shark got off, and I'm mad at myself for that because I failed, right? But when the shark got off, I was like, fuck yeah.
In your head, you were like, oh fuck.
I was like, oh, I got off. Oh, but in reality, I'm like, oh my God, thank God.
Yeah, exactly.
My back was aching,
Couldn't
man. It was
fight no
bad.
more.
It was really bad.
I've only been fishing once, twice. That's about
Yeah.
it.
All right, so all three, well, actually all two of us went to LA for the season 1 finals. Whale backed out last minute.
It was a great time.
This
bro.
we did talk about
Legitimately.
the last podcast, didn't we?
No. We
No.
talked about you backing out, but we didn't talk about what happened.
Yeah. Lit.
let's hear
bro,
it.
Lit.
It was
Well,
it was good.
yeah, I say so. When we got there, when we landed, who was it? Us. It was me. You was Hitch there.
Yep.
It was Hitch. Wait, no. Did we go to Tender Greens with Nate and Hitch?
Yeah.
It was Hitch.
No,
right?
it wasn't. It was
Who was
Pomage.
that? Pomage. Okay. So
Oh
yeah.
no, Hitch went. Hitch didn't come with us. It was you, Pomage, and me.
Yeah, we flew together. Me, Hitch, or me, Pomage, and Hex. First class. We were chilling.
Virgin?
Got there. Nah, what was it? American?
Yeah, Virgin was booked. It was United.
United. So it wasn't
United's
that bad.
nice.
Yeah. Nate picked us up. We went to Tender Greens. I stayed at Nate's house. They stayed in Burbank, which was like 45 minutes away. So I had an Uber. I was taking everyday L's. Like $35 L's every day. Like, it's so cool. A car pulls up, but then as you're riding, you're thinking like, there goes another 35.
You know, we went to there was like, I don't know, we went to Santa Monica and they had like an 18 and over bar, and we had like, bro, the food there is like amazing, bro.
You had good Mexican food? Or?
Yeah, we were. I mean, it was a good time, right? Like Fwiz was there. Like,
Oh yeah, all of us. Literally, it was like everyone in OpTic, Jay, Fwiz, and
Jay
we were
was
just
there?
dancing. Yeah, it was like literally the longest
Yeah.
night ever. What time we go home? Like 5 a.m.
Well, no,
No, not you. I was up till 5 a.m. with Nade.
Yeah. I bet.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was definitely a good time. Bro, it was one of the, like, I felt the whole time that we were there, I felt as though like we were all hanging out in like a mumble chat, right? Because everybody was getting buck, dude. Like the people that were drinking like overdid it a little bit, guilty, right? And it was bad, dude. It wasn't bad. It was bad in the terms of like holy shit, like you guys need to calm down. 35, 36, you need to calm down.
Yeah, you guys are getting up there, man. Nobody was getting kicked out of bars or anything? Nothing
No.
like that? Nobody
Oh,
thrown
dude.
out?
But there was so many like awesome like occasions. There was this. We were all outside. We were all outside just like talking, and this girl kept on coming. Who were we with that was smoking? I think it was like somebody was like one of the dudes that was there was like smoking cigarettes,
trying to think.
and he came in. Like this girl, like random girl, comes in and like asks the dude for like, who the fuck was it? I don't know. I think it was like one of Fwiz's friends, from Google. But he asked for a cigarette one time, and then the second time she comes in again and interrupts, like tries to ask for a cigarette in the middle of a sentence, and then Nadeshot like straight up like stops her in her tracks because he was in the middle of saying something,
Right.
and then he's like, no, you're not gonna do this again. The girl, the girl gets mad, insulted, right? Like we're all hanging out, we're talking, and when we're drinking, everybody gets a little passionate about what they're saying. We're all having fun, laughing, and the dude that was smoking was like right there with us, and then the girl comes in to ask the dude again for a cigarette, and Nate just stops her in the tracks. No, and everybody
He put his hand up like that too.
Yeah, he's like, nope, it's not gonna happen, bro. We all started laughing. She walks away, and then that was pretty.
While
much it.
we were going to the place, right, we had to pick up Fwiz. Like, I was texting Fwiz before that. He was like, "Nah, I'm not going out, man. Just came back from San Francisco." We got in the Uber, and that Fwiz changed his mind. We go to his house to pick him up, right? And I forget what happened in the beginning, but the guy got mad at Fwiz, the driver, right? And they started like sending little shots at each other. Fwiz is like, he's like, "Oh, come on, bro. It's 2016." He's like, "You know what? Switch to music. I'm gonna go to fucking sleep."
Oh, he asked for the aux cord, and he didn't.
Oh
have
yeah,
it.
he didn't have it. He was like, "What is this, man?" It was like an S550. He's like, "This is an Uber Lux. You don't have an aux cord? It's 2016. Change the music. I'm gonna go fuck to sleep." Bro, I started crying. I'm like, "Yo, this guy's crazy."
Yeah, Fwiz is hilarious.
Fwiz
Did
is
you stay
hilarious.
at Fwiz's place or?
No, but I visited, and holy,
It's
Is it
nice.
dope?
oh, dude,
Oh, I saw
he's
his
got the
i8.
spot. He's got the spot. He's got the i8. I walked in, like when I got there. I'm like, as soon as like I look out, I'm like, I see the i8 fly as fuck, dude.
It's nice,
Right? And then I see his place, and I'm like, holy shit! I get inside his place, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Shit
You live
is,
here
like,
by
all
yourself?
glass.
I'm like, the dude's doing it right, man. The dude is
He had
definitely
a fresh
doing
white jacket on.
Yeah, leather, the fresh white jacket, white leather
It's hilarious,
jacket.
man. He's a character.
So we did that. He also surprised, being my friend, being a good friend, the friend that he is. homie got me dugout seats at the Dodgers game. Now, I'm not a Dodgers fan nor a big fan of baseball, but I'm a big fan of nachos and a big fan of hot dogs.
There you go.
So we went, had a couple of brews. His brother was there, Mike.
Yep.
Bro. You know how when you hang out with my brother, you kind of know like where he gets like his mannerisms because you guys hang out with me, so you see like the way he acts.
Yeah.
Same exact thing. We've been hanging out with a fraud. Is what I'm saying.
Wait, is his brother older than him?
Yeah,
or?
Fwiz acts exactly like his brother, and I would say that his brother acts like Fwiz, but I'm old enough to know that the older brother sets the standard. Bro, his brother was mad funny,
really?
quick. Right, quick like Fwiz, but Fwiz does have him on the open my mouth, and I'm gonna give you about a paragraph in one thought in one breath because I'm Fwiz, right? Like you know how he opens his mouth is just like information,
right?
No, yeah. So his brother, same thing.
Really?
The same way that he moves his eyebrows, the whole thing, bro. It was amazing. It was good. So it's a good time. Fwiz showed us a good time. Dodgers.
Dude, I was salty, man. Was that Nate's house? Like, cause I previously came in. This was the day where we went to when we were out, or the day after we went to that place, and it was us. I came home at like 7 a.m., bro, like 7 a.m. because we were just chilling all night. I think I was at the hotel afterwards, with Mir and everyone.
Yep.
So I come back and I was up. Nate got up early because he had to go check out his new apartment and stuff. And he was casting, and he's like, "Yo, you want to go to this game, basketball game?" I'm like, "All right, what time?" Whatever. We were talking. He was casting, so he didn't respond.
Is it like a
Fell
Lakers
asleep.
game or?
Yeah. Roy Hibbert got him tickets. Fell asleep, bro. Missed the game.
No.
Did he go? Who did he go with?
He went with Temper.
Oh,
I woke up. I was like, "Yo, can I still go?" He's like, "Nah, man. Sorry, I asked Temper." I was so salty.
I told him. He's like, "Yo, come with me." I'm like, "Nah, dude. I gotta go. I travel tonight." He wanted me to go. I took the red eye, so he wanted me to go with him and then go from there to the airport. I'm like, I'm not gonna put my shit in your car and then go from there. So I'm like, ask who was there. I asked Tommy. He loves basketball. Or ask who else was there that was that. I told him either ask Tommy because he loves basketball or somebody else. But ended up, maybe. No. I didn't even think about Bose because I figured Bose had already said no.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy stayed at his apartment even though he literally got done telling him a story about how somebody, sometime in the middle of the night, slammed a shoe on the ground in the middle of the night. Did you experience anything?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay, listen. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
On some real shit, like, I really didn't know. Like, because after that, we were talking about it. I'm just like, I came to the conclusion, like, there's no fucking ghost in this house. There's nothing in here.
Yeah.
But there was shit that was going on. I really didn't add up. Like, Nate's like, bro, don't put your wet towel on top of my towel. And I'm like, oh, my bad. And I thought to myself as I'm walking away, I'm like, the fuck? I always bring my towel outside. I don't ever put my towel on top of his towel. Somehow, some way, I don't know, my towel was on top of his. Didn't pay no mind.
You don't
Maybe,
remember?
I don't remember.
Towel
I always take my towel outside around my head, go get dressed outside the bathroom.
Yeah.
No way my towel could have been there. So I'm like, maybe he did it or something. Love sack in front of the door, inside of his room. So pretend this is his room behind that door.
Right.
Love sack's on the other side of the door. You need to move the love sack to lay down onto the bed. I woke up in the bed. I woke up in the bed. Right. He's like, bro, weren't you just downstairs? I'm like, yeah, we came up last night and I came in the room. He's like, how the fuck did the love sack get moved? The love sack was in the corner by itself. None of us ever moved it. Doesn't make sense.
Wait, the love sack was...
Bro, the love sack was in front of the door. Somehow was moved over to the right side of the room. None of us did it. I didn't move it.
Nate didn't move it.
No.
No?
Well, you can
Okay,
still
are you
get
talking
into
about
the
downstairs or are you talking about in the room?
upstairs in the room.
Okay.
You'd have to climb over it, but what I'm saying is when I got up, it was moved over to the right. He's like, bro, how'd you get in the room? Like, how'd you get out? I'm like, bro, I didn't move the love sack. I swear to God, I did not move we were going back and forth the whole time. Like, bro, listen, I know you machoed it out the way. I'm like, I'm telling you, man, I did not move I would tell you, it's a love sack. Yeah, bro, move the love sack, lay down. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm telling him I didn't do this. Next day, I go downstairs. His shoe rack is lined up against the wall like this.
Yeah.
I go downstairs, it's crooked,
like completely
yeah,
moved
and
off the wall?
the shoes that he was wearing weren't on the shoe rack. They were on the ground because he just came in, took them off, put them back on. Shit was just moving. My cologne went missing. I literally couldn't find it for like the whole 3 days I was there. Randomly, I go check in my bag. After I dump my bag out like this, it's in the bag.
Okay, that one I'll toss.
Those all sound pretty explainable, to be honest.
No, I mean,
I'm telling you.
Nate was probably drinking heavily or something. Come in after a long night. kick the fucking.
Yo, what
shoe
if this whole
thing.
time the homie's like sleepwalking, playing jokes on himself, or drunk, Nate? Because there's this. I saw it once and I laughed my ass off. It's called. Look it up. It's pranks that you play on yourself when you're drunk, right? Like and then there's like a picture of there's a story where this one dude came in drunk as hell, right? Poured vodka into a glass,
Right.
and then says like stop. He wrote himself a note that says stop drinking, drink this water. Next morning, the dude wakes up and he looks. He's like, man, I gotta stop drinking and I'm gonna drink this water. It was vodka, right? So, dude, like, there's pranks that people play on themselves,
Right.
Or like they tell themselves like, yo, the keys are in like wherever, like in the freezer or whatever.
Yeah.
But Nadeshot told them, "Was like, yo, I don't know. The one thing that's unexplainable is that somebody like slammed like something, and I'm thinking, all right, something dropped. But dude grabs a shoe and he slams it. He's like that loud upstairs, nobody upstairs. And he said he manned up and went upstairs to check.
I was hearing noises and stuff.
He
for
said
sure,
it was
but-
that loud, like he took a shoe and
Yeah,
slammed it.
and it
on the
was
ground?
loud, bro, loud. And he just there, right? I'm like, I'm fucking out of here, dude. There's no way that there's no way in my right mind that I would ever stay there
He said that happened while he was there by himself.
by himself.
Oh, no
They're-
way.
like I'm telling you, it's like you don't see like oh shit was how to go like shit like that. It's
Yeah.
just things happen and they're just unexplainable. Like I was upstairs by myself in the house, right?
Right.
I'm in the house by myself, haven't gone downstairs, went downstairs to get water. Bathroom door was open like this, cracked open, light off. No light was on, right? I come downstairs, I swear to God, on everything I love, somehow the light's on and the door is cracked closed more. And I'm thinking right there, my heart dropped. I got scared, of course. I'm like, whatever. There's no, what is there going to be someone in there? I just open it, check, no one's there, brush my teeth, whatever. But I'm telling you, weird shit happens in that house. I promise you, bro.
I'd still just have to see it. I don't
It's
know.
like little things. Like
Why would you want to risk it?
like shit, like that cup will be moved to the other side. You'd be like,
Honestly, I think it would be dope, like if ghosts were real. I'm not afraid they're gonna hurt me. Maybe if it's like a demonic.
yeah, like I wasn't.
because you never
scared
heard
or
about a
anything.
ghost like killing somebody. If they just move some shit, wouldn't that be kind of cool for that to happen in your house, or would you be?
No, thank you.
I don't know.
You'd actually be afraid of that?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, it'd be kind of scary, but it's not like they're gonna hurt you. It's not like
Yeah,
like
like-
you're in danger.
Yeah, I mean, like I was, like I said, it's not crazy paranormal.
Yeah.
Like shit happening.
Like demonic.
Yeah,
fucking-
like shit, blood ain't dripping from the
Right,
ceiling.
yeah.
Like it's none of that, but weird shit is happening. That's all I'm saying.
I look at him in his eyes, nature, and I'm like, all right, bro, no one's around, just you and me.
Right.
Did you or did you not do that fucking video where somebody
He
whispered?
told me. He said he didn't do it. He came and was like, Bo's, promise. You remember Hector was here? I'm telling you guys the truth. It wasn't set up, bro. It really
Yeah.
happened. I promise
know.
you.
Well,
It
yeah.
was right here.
Which
We
one are you
showed-
talking about?
when,
The original
like-
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, when like
Yeah.
the broom fell over and shit.
Right.
And then you hear, get out.
Oh yeah.
I still
dude.
never heard that. I remember.
I refuse to
slowed
watch it.
down and-
That
I
gave me-
refuse
that
to
just
watch
gave
it.
me
Me too.
goosebumps, bro.
I
Holy
refuse to
shit.
watch it. I refuse to watch
Wait,
it.
you actually heard it?
Yeah,
No,
there's a
I
voice
refuse to
somehow
watch
in
it.
the video of
But
a
that
voice saying,
I
Oh,
heard,
you've never watched it for the first time?
or the last time.
Oh, let's watch.
No,
that
thank
then.
you.
Why?
You-
Because
well, he's moving. We could watch
Yeah,
it.
you're never gonna go there.
I don't give a. What if it comes through the fucking computer?
That shit doesn't.
I remember watching it and even slowing it down to like half speed, and I never heard anything. I tried, like I wanted to hear it, but I couldn't do it.
Either way, like I just refuse to hear it because again, I grew up in Mexico and the ghost shit over there is real shit.
The crying.
Swear to
lady.
God. And then sometimes
Like
he'll be like,
Llorona.
"What'd you say, Bose?" I'm like, "What? I didn't say nothing. What are you talking about?" I swear, like, is this dude hearing things?
Yeah.
Like, is someone else talking?
No, he's
to
probably
him in
going
his
crazy
ear?
in his own head at this point.
Like,
He's-
is
yeah,
really
he's-
talking to-
he
he
go-
talks to the ghost and
He's
shit.
like, you're trying to make me go crazy in my own head. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, anyway, kudos to you. I would have never done that.
I
would
was
never
actually
see.
more scared at the place that I rented Airbnb than I was at Matt's house.
Yeah, especially if you were there by yourself too.
Dude, came back to my room. Closed the door. Like when you close the door, it locks automatically.
Right.
I came back. It was locking the whole time. I closed it, go to the gas station, came back, door wide open. What the fuck? Music
What?
playing on my laptop. I mean, obviously, I probably left it on,
Yeah.
but the door locks by itself. It didn't open the whole time I was there. Randomly was somehow wide open when I came back from the gas station.
While you were gone.
Yeah,
it
I'm like,
opened?
oh, what the fuck?
Well, that could have.
That's kind of weird.
That is kind of weird. I just can't. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm just a big pussy when it comes
Nah,
to that.
I
And I
am
don't care
too.
who knows it.
Why do you think I sleep like towards the wall and shit at hotels, or from towards the window? I don't sleep towards the door. Like there's certain shit I still do. I won't go to the basement.
Wait, why don't you sleep close to the door?
I'm scared, so I have time to get up and shit.
You gonna do jump out the window? Or something?
No, I'll just corner myself and get ready or something.
like a
whole bunch of shit.
corner tiger.
You can't even lie. Or you guys are older, but like when the power was out here, like I would walk upstairs like with my flashlight, and as soon as I got to the stairs, jet up that.
Bro,
bitch.
I'm out of the house.
This shit was I was sitting in my car at one point, just backed it out, turned my car, and was listening to me. I'm not fucking staying in that house, dude.
Wait, you left the
Pitch
house to sit
black,
in your
bro.
car?
Pitch
I
black.
probably would have did that too.
Like
no
lights.
Yeah. If it was
No
just
lights.
me in the house and the lights went out, I'd leave.
Like, come on, bro. This house is way too big to be here. No lights, nothing.
I would have been gone too.
Shitless, bro.
I would have been gone too. No bull.
I had to go in the room and fuck with that power switches and stuff. Oh,
you were down here when it was pitch
dude,
black.
heart in my ass, bro. Heart in my ass. I was scared. Dead serious. Light on, like.
Yeah, hell no.
That shit sucked.
I was scared to do that whenever we were all here. You remember that night it was snowing really hard?
Oh yeah,
all
we
the
said
lights
Mike
went
down there.
Yeah,
You gotta go do that shit, Mike.
I can't.
Oh, dude, I couldn't have done it. And it was like storming.
Yeah, snow,
lightning
like,
and shit.
crazy bad.
I would have left. I would have gone to Target, killed some time.
We need like a backup generator. Anytime the lights go off in this
Our
neighborhood, you
neighbors
can
are-
hear all the
yeah.
generators going.
We don't got one.
We got nothing.
Who's OpTic, man? They're falling off. They're falling off. All right, let's move it along. I don't know if we'll do Twitter moments this time, but we do have, as usual, OpTic advice.
I did tweet out the advice. Did you click the hashtag?
I did click the
All right,
hashtag.
I'm just making
boy.
sure.
All right, so we're gonna start with AJ FPS. I'm 16. I want to be an entrepreneur. I'm struggling to learn all of the legal stuff to own or run a business. Any advice?
I can't pitch any advice, unfortunately.
Why?
I am an entrepreneur.
Yeah, what have you done?
But I mean, I have a few accomplishments in my book, you know. Nah, but all jokes aside, I mean, like, obviously I don't run a business or anything, but I'm still gradually learning things as I go. Like, there's so many things that I've learned since being in the house for 2 years. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm getting there. I'll be there, but probably will or Hex.
Yeah, but he's figuring out how to run a business, right?
I personally, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know
Look,
the first step.
I don't know. I mean, my advice would be just do it, man. Learn as you go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like owning your own business or something like that, starting something up, is like something you just learn. You teach yourself over time. Like,
yeah.
As you go.
get a business partner.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still learning too, right? Like, I'm not a genius. Even
Right.
though I tell myself in the mirror that every morning. There's this one book that I read, and I always recommend it to people, and it doesn't teach you how to be a good businessman, but it puts you in the mind frame of like wanting to be a businessman. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Roger Kiyosaki or something.
Kawasaki?
No. Anyway, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read that book. It's good.
Really?
Yeah, really, really good. It's about this little kid whose dad went to school and did all the appropriate things, all the right things, and was like a teacher at some college, and then that was his poor dad, right? Because no matter what he did, no matter how many promotions he got, he could never get ahead financially because he wasn't investing his money or putting his money to work, right? He was just going through the motions. He would get a raise, he would get a bigger house. He would get a raise, he would get more expenses. So really, there was never getting any getting ahead because of that. And then he had his best friend's dad, who was an entrepreneur, never went to college, and all he did was manage businesses and work in businesses, and he ended up like owning like half of Hawaii or some shit, right? Like
True story. This book?
true story. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty much a story of what his rich dad taught him versus versus poor dad, and his rich dad like puts him through all these tests, right? He puts him through all these tests, and it's good. It's good. It's really, really good. It shows like that if you start thinking about business as a passion, or if you start thinking about money as a game almost, you start thinking outside the box. If you put your mind frame in I cannot do this, and you take that out and you say, how can I? Your brain will continue to work to solve a problem, et cetera, et cetera. So just start. You can't call yourself an entrepreneur until you create some sort of business, right? Like, and this is something that the people have argued like this whole time are YouTubers, entrepreneurs because they're making money off the internet. No, but there are some YouTubers, T Martin being one of them.
He's the GOAT.
Like internetainpreneur. It's fucking dopest shit ever. Dopest name.
That was his Twitter thing, right?
Yeah, internetainpreneur. And if like he's legit, right? The dude, the second he started making money on YouTube, he like I think hired his mom to flip houses and like went out and bought property and then remodeled them and boom. So that's an entrepreneur right there, right? You take something and then you have like different businesses. So yeah, right. Start. You're 16, start, no better place. Don't worry about learning the business stuff because there's people out there that do that for a living. You worry about the vision, you worry about that and get on with that.
Yeah, just make sure it's something you're passionate about too.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure whatever business it is, it's going to take a sickening work ethic and amount of hours. So if you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're going to give up and probably fail. So
yeah, if you're going to pick to do something that you hate, just go work for somebody else. Right. Like there's no point in working for yourself when you're going to do something that you hate. You're going to hate your own self. You're going to hate your boss, which is ultimately you. So pick something that you love. All right, second one and last one. Explain the methods you use to approach a business about developing a sponsored relationship, do's and don'ts.
Could you say that again?
Explain the methods you use to approach a business about developing a sponsored relationship, do's and don'ts. So pretty much, how do you approach businesses to sponsor you?
Well, I could tell you a mistake I've done. Yeah. I've like before I obviously joined OpTic, whatever. I was just looking for. I thought it was like I think everyone thought it was just cool to have like someone like behind you, like I'm sponsored by so and so or whatever. So I was just so eager to get like a sponsorship or something that I would just hit someone up or whatever the case may be. I don't want to like throw a name out there, but whatever the case may be, I would just sign the contract. I'll just all right.
You just take whatever they give you.
Whatever. Don't
that was
read
the whole
it.
Community
Just
at one point.
Yep.
Whatever is done. Can't do that because it can mess you up in the long run for sure. You don't know how long you're going to be in the contract, do's and don'ts. It's just so much to it, but again, I think that's more for.
I mean, you really got to like know your worth, I guess. But back then, we weren't really. Yeah. I mean, we weren't worth much, but now having that leverage over companies and sort of using it to better yourself. But
I can't add anything else onto that. That is exactly what you do. As far as like, well, actually, I guess I can now that I'm gonna start. It depends, right? Like, and I had this conversation with somebody. Somebody asked me, how can I get players to join my organization when they won't join because we don't have any sponsors? But if we don't have any sponsors, we're not going to have any players. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So it's he was in a bad situation because in his brain, he thought that he needed good players to get sponsors. And at the same time, he thought that he needed sponsors to get good players. Or that a sponsor wouldn't do that because of that. Like,
right.
Content is king, right? Like you have to put yourself in. I mean, in my opinion, right? This obviously is take it as you want. But for us, like having a YouTube presence like helps with the fact that you don't need. How do I explain it? You don't necessarily need one for the other. All you need is yourself, and all you need to do is like begin to do whatever it is that you need to do, right? Like at the end of the day, like everything that's stopping you from getting what you want is you, right? Like don't let what you don't want to be get in the way of what you want to be, if that makes any sense. Does it?
It probably does.
You just gotta really break it down, like you know what you.
Yeah, like if
really think about that.
If like I mean, to be honest, like if you think about it, the only thing that's stopping you from becoming what you want to become is you being what you don't want to be. Shit,
it's true.
No, but there's a lot of things like I remember when I think it was when I first joined OpTic. I was about to like try to get into a sponsorship with a company or whatever, and there was just things that I didn't know. Like I was gonna jump into a sponsorship, but then Hex told me like, you realize this is dumb, right? Like why would you do that? And I'm thinking like the whole time like, oh, it's free money, like this is gonna be good. Like why is it dumb? But then he really broke it down. Like the company is this big compared to what we are. Why would you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're basically doing them a bigger favor than what you're doing.
Right.
Like they're gonna make more in the long run if something happens with the company than I would by them paying me X amount of money just to promote them. Like I wouldn't have even thought about that if Hex didn't bring it up.
Yeah,
I would just dove right into it.
In our scene, it's like views are king. It gives you leverage over everyone, sponsors. It's not about fuck you money. It's like fuck you views. If you got the views, like nobody can tell you, you know.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a different approach to everything that you do. It's a different case scenario for. Just because you don't have the following that somebody else has doesn't mean that you're not going to get a sponsorship. Or there's so much room for business in this industry that is out there. Like, and I always say that we always have like offers from different sponsorships that we just can't take because it doesn't make sense. Right. Now, let's say X company comes to OpTic and says, hey, we want to do this with you guys. We say, well, you know, that kind of doesn't fall in line with what we do. So sorry, we'd, you know, respectfully decline, you know, wish you luck, you know, maybe reach out to this team. Right. And then that team who originally didn't have the opportunity now has the opportunity. Right. There's more than enough. The thing that I've learned in the last 7 years that I've been doing, close to 10 years that I've been doing YouTube, 2006, 2008, that I've been doing YouTube is that there's room for everyone to make like a good living off of this. There's no need to hate. There's no need to block. There's no need to do anything, right? Like YouTube is so good that it allows everybody to be able to do their own thing, right? Sure. It allows you to do whatever. So how do I think that you should approach it? What do you have to offer, right? Is the number one thing. If you're just sitting there with an idea, so what? Everybody has ideas. Like you have to make something happen in order for somebody to back you. And once you make something happen, again, and I go back to like to saying this, like you have to start. You have to start somewhere, whether it's your own shit that you have to do on your own channel, viewership, like that'll come if you're passionate enough. I really believe in this though, and I know that a lot of people like say it was like, well, it's kind of hard in the current state of like it's oversaturated. Right. And then I say to those people, well, try to invent it. Right. Like when I started, there was no scene. Right. YouTube had just started. Right. There was no scene. The scene had to be built. Now it's oversaturated. But because, you know, some of the original people in the beginning built it and got the ball rolling. So no excuses, man. Like at the end of the day, it's going to be up to them. Like put excuses aside and get it. Again, the only person that's getting in the way of you doing your own shit is you. Get that out of the way. Sponsorships will come. Don't think about money. Just do the content for what you love, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And that's what I have.
Truth.
All right. Do you guys want to do some Twitter moments? I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna pick them this time. All right.
Yeah. If you do the Twitter moments, I'm down to discuss it.
All right. Excuse me. Cough, cough, cough. Give. Do
you got something over there?
I do, man. I do. I just don't know which one to pick. I have two. Star Wars or Batman. Pick one.
Batman.
Have you seen Batman?
Which one?
Versus Superman?
No.
Nope. And I never watched Star Wars.
I haven't either.
Oh, my God.
I heard the Batman versus Superman was awful, though. It got like 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched it.
You thought it was...
Did you like it?
I
will watch it
reviews.
over and over again.
No.
Yes.
You're the first person.
That's why I'm the worst. I would be the worst person to be a judge or a critic, because I like everything. I can get lost in any movie, and I thought that Batman versus Superman was good.
Really?
It was good. Like at points, I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, you know, that time in the movie where you're like, "Fuck, this is a movie and it's gonna end." Like I want it to go on forever. Yeah. I had those moments in that movie.
In Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
See, that's just.
See, I kind of think I'm the same way.
Who you gonna believe, bro? Your boy, who has never guided you in anything wrong, food, movies, shows. Name one thing that I've said to watch or do that you've said, man, you fucking guided me in the wrong direction.
Honestly, there's another heavyweight contender though that I've never seen wrong when it comes to movies, and that's Rotten Tomatoes. No, I swear they are always right.
No,
like as far as what I look for in movies, even like average movies. Like you think of something great, like The Dark Knight. You watch Batman, you've seen that, right? Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Yep.
Like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes, and you knew, even if you didn't know that percentage before you watched the movie, that's a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
Think of something like, what's an average movie? Something that gets like 70% on Rotten Tomatoes. You think of like Interstellar. Like, it's a good movie. It's cool, but it's not like
It was amazing.
it's not mind blowing.
I loved.
Which one
I
did you
loved
like more,
Interstellar.
The Martian or Interstellar?
Interstellar.
Really?
Yes.
Martian, right?
The Martian,
got
the
like
Martian,
93%.
The Martian was amazingly like well acted.
Right.
It was a feel good movie.
See, I think they rated on acting. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it was a feel good movie, but my brain didn't work the way that it did watching Interstellar, and the connection that the dudes had, like the character relate. I don't want this to turn into like a movie podcast because Podcast and Chill by Hutch and Actor Bunny Fufu. All right, good. Bro, Hutch is like so good at podcasts. No bullshit, like he's always been.
I gotta sit down and watch some of those.
Yeah, same.
Bro, if you, I mean, like even like early on, they were so ahead of the game. It was him, Sean Anderson, and this dude named Trump. They had Host Migration, one of the best gaming podcasts in the history of gaming podcasts. Anyway, so Interstellar, the relationship that the actors had with the family and the way that it went. Yeah. Now I will tell you one thing about. I was gonna say effing Rotten Tomatoes. I never ever listen to critics ever. If somebody says that movie sucks and I watch it and I like it. There's been a lot of movies that have had 13s that still entertain me enough to the point to where I'm like, I'm never listening to these critics. They're fucking. What if I listened and I said 13%? I'm not watching that shit. They don't know.
I don't do that. Like, I'll still go and watch it, but I've just never seen them be like far
off.
Yeah.
Man, see, I don't know because look, I'm gonna look what Rotten Tomatoes gave Joy, a movie that I just watched.
I think I saw it last night. It was like 61%. That's the Jennifer Lawrence movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like 61, 62.
61, 62.
Which is like a decent movie. But
it was a really good movie.
Really?
It inspired me. It made me say, that's fucking awesome. So that's what I mean. The people that are judging these movies, critiquing these movies,
Right.
They don't know where I've been. They don't know what I like.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if something connects to you like
Exactly.
personally, then you're going to see it
Yes.
differently. But
Luckily for me,
Yeah.
anything
No,
connects
for
with
sure.
me. I'm like water.
Right.
Okay, if I get poured in a
Force,
cup, I take the form of a cup. You know who I am?
I do, but I can't think of it.
Bruce Lee. Thank you.
Yes, that's who it was.
All right. So next week we are pretty much home. We don't have any travel until May when we're going to ESWC. You going to France? Have you been to France?
Did I go to France?
Nope.
I don't know. I think I've
No.
only been to London.
Eiffel Tower? No.
No. But you've been to London. Same flight.
London, Germany,
Bro,
the
listen.
Netherlands.
Listen, I don't look as of right up until like yesterday I
Can we go to
wasn't.
Italy?
What?
Can we go to Italy or something? Can we go to?
I would go to Italy for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
France is come
Back
on.
to the motherland, the home.
Oh, walk around with my taco meat out and shit. That'd be fun. I have
We've
no
been watching
shame.
too much Sopranos.
I would go. I would at this point, man. I would go anywhere. I would go anywhere. I will travel anywhere. I don't care how long the flight is, because I will make it happen. Maybe not a 24-hour flight to China.
Was that the longest one?
No. I think it's the same time, like 19, 20
Yeah.
hours.
You were pretty much on the longest flight in the world, just about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Jokes.
I would do it. I would do it again. I will go back to Melbourne again. Melbourne.
If we go to Australia again, it's Sydney.
If I'm down to go to Sydney.
I'm leaving
down.
with a story, baby.
Yeah, at New Zealand, Lord of the Rings. I'm down to do that.
Listen, if you want to go to France, we can go to France.
Kim.com, you know what I'm saying? He's invited us out a couple of
down.
times. You know what
He
I'm
is
saying?
New Zealand, right?
Yeah, New
I forgot
Zealand.
about that.
He's got a giraffes in his backyard, bro. Okay,
Oh my god,
imagine that type of money.
I don't want to.
That's what
It's
it
the
is.
American government spying on you in your backyard.
Right? The giraffes got cameras in their eyes.
Oh, dude, can you imagine? I bet you it's not far off.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Anyway, so we have that, and that's pretty much all the travel. I mean, I am gonna go fishing at the end of this month, but that's about it. So we're gonna be here. We're gonna be bringing you the podcast as we do every single week, without fail. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this show. We're gonna any closing thoughts? I know that.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. See you guys next week.
Yeah, what he said. Thanks for tuning in. Today.
Okay,
Good to be back.
before we go, because we were discussing this before this.
What?
People have been asking for us to set up a Patreon or some shit so we can give them like free shit. I don't know how that works. I think it's like a Twitch like.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking.
I think it's like a
pledging
Twitch. Yeah, it's like a pledge thing. Yeah.
I know you're talking.
But I don't know what we would want to like. What we would give out.
We'll think of some badass prizes to set you guys
Some
up, like a
mics?
tiered level.
Some
A
microphones,
podcast
Kat?
starting kit.
Oh my god.
Start your
I
own
don't think
podcast.
that's the way it goes. I don't know. I'll look into it, and if it makes sense, we'll do it. If it doesn't, then we won't do it. Either way, thank you for tuning in. Until next time. Are you anything else, Will? Before I tell Hitch to hit him with the music.
Nah, hit him with it, fam.
Hit him with the music. Wait. No, we have to say Hitch. Say Hitch. Hit him with the music.
Hitch. Hit him with the music.